Born in Lawrence, Kansas, Carey's first encounter with the drums began at the age of 10 when he joined the school band and began taking private lessons on the snare drum. 2 years later, Carey began to practice on a drum set. In his senior year of high school in Paola, Kansas, Carey joined the high school jazz band, and Carey also played basketball. Jazz would later play a huge role in his signature approach to the drum set in a rock setting. As Carey progressed through high school and later college at the University of Missouri, Kansas City, he began expanding his studies in percussion with theory into the principles of geometry, science, and metaphysics, as well as delving into the occult. Carey also played jazz while attending college and got to experience the jazz scene in Kansas City. After college, a friend and bandmate convinced Carey to leave Kansas for Portland, Oregon, where he played briefly in various bands before moving to Los Angeles, where he was able to perform as a studio drummer with Carole King and perform live sets with Pigmy Love Circus. During this period, he played in a country band, the Wild Blue Yonder, with Jeff Buckley and John Humphrey. He also played in Green Jellö as Danny Longlegs and recorded the album Serial Killer. He would later find his way to Tool after coming to know singer Maynard James Keenan and guitarist Adam Jones, and practicing with them in place of drummers the two had requested but had never shown up. Besides Tool, Carey also finds time for other projects new and old, such as Legend of the Seagullmen, Pigmy Love Circus, Volto and Zaum. Carey was arrested at the Kansas City International Airport on December 2021 after allegedly using a homophobic slur and repeatedly jabbing someone in the chest with 2 fingers. He was charged with a municipal assault violation. The charges were dropped in January 2023. Danny Carey uses the wood-tip version of his own signature model of drumstick made by Vic Firth. He previously had endorsed a signature model with Trueline drumsticks. Now Trueline's tribal assault model, Carey also uses Sonor drums, Pi-Stay cymbals, Evans drumheads, Hammerax, and electronic devices such as Mandala, Korg, and Roland. Pi-Stay and Jeff Ochiltree teamed up in the late 90s to develop an entire drum set made out of recycled cymbals. The final product was a melted-down Pi-Stay's signature bronze custom-cast cymbals. Danny Carey used the kit during the Lateralis 2002 tour and during some drum clinics through the years. Only 3 versions of this kit were ever created. Carey and Carl Palmer each own one, while the third resides at Pi-Stay's Switzerland headquarters. At the 2009 Winter NAMM show, Sonor released a Danny Carey signature snare drum, which is a 1mm thick bronze 14x8 snare with laser-etched talisman symbols and his signature engraved around the vent hole. In 2016, Pi-Stay released a Danny Carey signature ride cymbal called Dry Heavy Ride Monad, based on their discontinued model that Carey always used since becoming a Pi-Stay artist. The cymbal has a purple color and sigils printed on. It is named Monad because the main print is an esoteric glyph from John Dee. During 2019, builder Alan Van Cleef from VK Drums was contacted by Carey to create a drum kit and a snare drum. After much debate, Alan developed the set called Monad, made by hand in Sheffield, England. Shortly after the completion of the Monad set, it was announced that a snare drum replica called 7 Impist would be made available as part of a limited collection of 33 individual pieces. At the same time that the 7 Impist snare was launched, Alan was also developing the first complete 7 Impist drum set. Like the snare, the 7 Impist drums is a Monad replica in almost every way, except for the engravings. Carey's popularity among drummers and non-drummers alike stems from the diversity of his sound and dynamics through his years of learning jazz music, his technical ability, frequent use of odd-time signatures, polyrhythms, and polymeters. He has stated in interviews that he effectively treats his feet as he does his hands. He practices rudiments used for sticking techniques and even snare drum solos with his feet to improve his double bass drumming, hi-hat control, and foot independence. In search of new techniques, Carey has studied tabla with Alok Dutta, who can be heard playing on the live version of the song Push It. This is especially apparent on tracks such as Disposition or Right in 2, for which Carey has recorded the tabla parts himself in the studio. The tabla and other percussive instruments used in Tool's music are replicated live using the mandala pads. In fact, the pads are also used when recording in the studio, a notable example being the tabla solo of Right in 2. He has also stated that when he is playing to an odd time signature, he tries to drum to the feel of the song and establish general inner pulse for the given time signature instead of fully counting it out. Carey has been featured in many drum and music magazines.